Welcome to the Clutch Buckets Podcast. My name is Josh Tyson.
And Kyle Spence.
Their profession, our passion, your court. Check ball to you, Kyle. What's good, my boy?
Well, Tyson, how you been, brother?
Man, I've been good, man. Enjoying the summer. You know, we thought the summer, man, wasn't gonna be full of no surprises, full of, too much basketball. But thankfully, we got the Olympics. We got some
Yes,
things shaking. We got some, drama in the midst of the win. So yeah, man.
I love it, man.
Yeah, bro.
I've been missing the basketball. I ain't gonna hold you,
Oh
but
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
am excited because NBA season starts October
22nd.
22nd.
Yeah, yeah. But
Yep,
we did get some big three drama. I
we
don't know if
did.
you watched that,
Did we? No,
man.
Michael Beasley, I know that he won
He
the
lost.
MVP for the league.
Yeah, but he lost the championship.
They lost a
He
championship.
lost in the championship. Yeah,
Why did I
man.
not know
Yeah,
this?
bro. He lost it. Now the game before he had like a game winner and got the MVP, but yeah,
He
he
thought
lost the
that
championship.
was the championship.
I thought it was too, but nah.
So who they lost to?
Man, they lost what was the
Well, they
big
don't
three?
even know the names of the team, so it doesn't even matter.
It's
But who
tough.
was on the team that they lost to? I
What's
know
his
that
name, man? It was a shooter. Light skin with braids. Man.
because I was gonna say Sharif
Corey Brewer and his squad.
Brewer is
Yeah,
hooping in the Big Three.
man, Brewer been balling out there, man. He's a
Okay,
great one-on-one player. Man, what is his name? I'm trying to get to it, bro.
I know that Michael
Final
Beasley was
score.
out here giving them the buckets and business.
Oh,
So
Green. What's his name? Last name
Gerald
Green? Yeah.
Gerald Green, he used to be a Celtic,
Yeah.
so I don't forget a Celtic. So
He was doing his
man,
thing, man.
high flyer. So his team won.
Yeah, yeah, his thing.
Okay, that's what's up. Sure.
Okay.
Salute to a former Celtic out here still doing big things. You know who needs to join the big three, Tyson?
Who?
Stephon Marbury.
Oh, all day. All day. He
You
needs to
know
go out
why?
there. He been talking a lot, man. He
He's
needs
been
to go ahead and
talking
prove
a
his
whole
talk.
lot. He needs to
Yeah.
go improve it.
Come
Don't
on,
don't
man.
just talk it, walk it.
Where them
Because what's
skills at?
happening in these news and these
Mm.
drama streets in the NBA is that Stephon Marbury is still the biggest LeBron hater
Oh
that
yeah.
I've ever seen on this side of the Western Hemisphere. So shout out to Stephon Marbury. What he actually said, to be more specific, is that number one in the Olympics, Stephon
Mhm.
Marbury continued to share stories on his Instagram saying that LeBron James does not deserve to have been the basketball MVP of that league or of that tournament. It should have gone to Steph Curry.
Yeah.
He doesn't believe that he's better than Jordan. He's
No,
not even better than Kobe.
no.
And the irony of it was when they were hooping, LeBron James came over to that side of the court to dap up, I think it was Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, yeah.
Stephon Marbury is sitting right there.
Right
He
there.
got
He
ignored.
completely
And
ignored him.
I
Yeah.
believe that after he got, kind of brushed to the side,
He went
he
straight
went
to
on a
Twitter. Yeah.
Instagram story or
Instagram.
Twitter rampage just to share his disapproval
Right,
of the
right.
MVP conversation. Tyson, have you heard about this? And what do you
I
think?
have. So I wonder if LeBron would have taken a moment of his time to dap up Marbury. Would Marbury have gone on that rant?
No,
Right.
no.
So wait. So shout out to Marbury for keeping the hate alive, keeping the
Yes.
LeBron hate alive. Shout out to that. But when it comes to the Olympic MVP, I gotta agree with the rest of the world. I mean, LeBron deserved it. He's the one
Yeah.
man who was most consistent, man, throughout the whole Olympic series. Y'all know I'm not a LeBron fan, man. I gotta give it to him, man. Steph, he did his thing the last two games, but leading up to that, he wasn't doing that much. So
Right.
with that, I gotta disagree. Now, I will say though. I've always hated the narrative how people have always skipped Kobe and went straight to Jordan in
Mm.
terms of the comparisons. And I do believe I would take Kobe over LeBron all day. I believe
Okay.
he hasn't even reached Kobe level. Now he has a lot of accolades and all that, but at the end of the day, Kobe still got 5 rings. If it comes to
Mm.
a series, I'm taking Kobe all day because that's a killer instinct, man. So That's me. I'm with
So
you
you're
on that.
saying prime Kobe versus the Heat LeBron, or LeBron right after he went back to the Cavs, you taking Kobe?
Still Kobe all day. Because that killer instinct, man. Because think about it. LeBron had what, three All-Stars, two All-Stars?
Mhm.
Who did Kobe have those last couple of years, man? We the last two championships, Gasol. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, man, I'm going for, LeBron had to go and meet up with two big all-star superstars in the game, man, to get his rings. Now, yes, Kobe started off with Shaq, but later on down the line, he won it with Gasol. He didn't have to join the super team, so he stuck it out. You got to respect
Interesting.
that. You got to respect that.
Interesting.
Yeah, man.
I mean, that's definitely a conversation that can go on for
Oh
longer
yeah,
than
it
that. I
could. Oh
think
yeah.
I'm gonna take LeBron
Mm,
against prime Kobe.
mm, ain't
I
no way.
think Kobe
Ain't
will
no way.
win fast. But if we're talking about legacy, longevity, and impact, I think I'm gonna give the edge to LeBron there. I think I
Impact.
would.
Are you forgetting the
Impact.
you can't forgetting the Kobe era? Come on. That
We can't forget
longevity.
the LeBron era, which still is happening.
Right. So wait. So longevity, yes, but the way Kobe
You
dominated, man,
gotta
the
you
Kobe
gotta talk
era,
about
like
impact, man.
was come on, man. I mean,
Is it
like you
one
said, it
thing
could
to
go all day,
be
but
is one thing to be duplicated, but it's another thing to where nobody can replicate you. And when it comes to LeBron, there are no baby LeBrons like that. There are many baby Kobe's out here. And what does that say about your ability to have a special talent? It suggests to me that
this,
if you are that special, that nobody really can replicate your game, your
yeah.
athleticism, your ability to score, you might have something going on there.
So they didn't call Zion baby LeBron.
They called Zion and Pablo Ranchero.
Mm,
Those were the two baby LeBrons.
hmm
Neither of them have lived up to it
Is
to
Zion
this
not a
day.
beast? We're gonna get to
Zion
him
is a
in a
beast
second.
when he
I'm just
healthy.
saying, when he
When he
healthy, when he
healthy.
healthy, he's
But
absolutely dominated. He almost
he
prevented the
is.
Lakers
But
from getting in the
we just
play.
get we named two. We named two. That's it. That's kind of it. He's
I mean,
been here forever.
who's
It's
a
been here
Kobe
forever.
comparison? Who's a Kobe comparison?
We got everyone that's
Don't
taken
say
his
Booker.
his
Don't say
class.
Booker.
I
Don't say
wasn't
Booker.
gonna say Book. I was gonna say Kyrie. I was gonna
No,
say
no,
Tatum. No, no, no.
no.
These are people who have taken Kobe's game and then they made it
They
evolve
have.
into their.
They
They
have.
trained under Kobe
Mm,
Bryant.
mm,
Yes, Devin Booker is one of them as well.
mm.
These people have trained under Kobe for their careers to get where they are. And that's where selfish basketball came into play, honestly. So thank God Tatum took that aside. Listen, I don't like Kobe. Let me make sure I'm
I've
clear on
never
that.
been a Kobe fan.
I don't like the Lakers.
I'm
Not that I
with
don't like
you.
Kobe, because
I'm
rest
with
in
you.
peace to Kobe, but I hate the
God,
Lakers. I'm
God.
not necessarily gonna ever give them anything.
God, and this is why it's always been so hard for me to even talk about Kobe because remember, bro, I'm a Chi-Town fan. It's always been
Yeah.
Jordan. So I hated the whole narrative of people saying Kobe was a new Jordan, he was going to surpass Jordan, all that. I
Hmm.
couldn't stand Kobe. But that's how I know how impactful Kobe was during that whole Kobe era because
Yeah.
you had to look out for Kobe every year, even during those years where he didn't have a squad, they weren't on the board. He was still Kobe at the end
Yeah.
of the day. He was still dominant. You know what I mean? So
But let's
I
talk
mean,
about shoes then. How about that?
let's
Who
do
has
it.
the
Let's,
better
let's roll
shoes,
over to it.
Kobe or LeBron?
Oh,
It
I've
don't
never
matter.
won. I've never won
Starburys are the
LeBron.
best out of all of them. Listen, I used to get, not used to, I got some Starburys, the white, orange, and blue,
Yeah,
all white with like a blue and orange kind of trim on it from
yeah.
Steve and Barry's. You remember Steve and Barry's? Used to be in
Throwback.
the mall. It was a place that you can get all these like
Yeah.
pleather jackets and terrible cheap shoes. for like
The cheapest of the cheap. But
$20.
nothing,
It used to
dog.
be everything I rocked in
You
high
couldn't.
school. Because
Yeah.
why? I was poor. I needed to get what I
Okay.
could
But you
afford.
was fresh though. I know you probably kept the
I
Marbury's
was,
extra
hey,
fresh.
I was matching
Bro,
like
was you cleaning those
crazy.
Marbury's? I know you was cleaning the mugs up too.
Took them to
You
the
had a whole
court and
kit.
played in them twice. Never
That's a
again.
wrap.
The worst shoes I've ever had in my entire life.
Oh, them things
So
ain't
if
gonna
we
last.
talk, I did it because I wanted to support. I also did it because I ain't had no money. And you know how people are who ain't have any money, all of a sudden they'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm not materialistic. I don't care
Right.
about no name brand. No, I had no money, so this is all I can afford. Let me get these Starburys real
Right.
quick. Tried them,
Right.
hated them.
I
Terrible.
couldn't do it. I
Terrible.
couldn't do
I
it.
think I
I
might
was
still have them in a closet somewhere. Terrible.
yeah, I put them back
Terrible.
out for this podcast then, man. We
I
gotta go
should have,
find
man. I
us.
should have put them on my feet and kicked my feet up on it. But shout out to again, Marbury just being a hater. That's all he was. And
Hey,
he does it like nobody else. So
keep the
he
head
will
alive.
continue to do that. Ain't nobody is more of a hater than Stephon Marbury,
Mm.
Isaiah Thomas. Those two
He's the worst
gentlemen
of all time.
are some of the hatingest
I've
haters you could ever find.
I've never seen one man hold a grudge over another player for this long.
Never seen it.
This we talking
It's
about back in the
incredible.
early 90s, late
It's incredible.
80s.
In late 80s,
And
early
you
90s,
still
it's
going on
incredible.
TV talking about this man, hating on this man. Like it's incredible. Like we know what he did to you. There's no
Yes.
getting away from it. All we
No,
gotta do is see the replays. We
that's
we
it.
we
We
all we
got the
gotta do.
tapes.
We ain't even gotta see the replays. We just gotta see your walk off,
Yep.
the embarrassment
Yep.
on your
That's it.
faces. That's
When you
all we
try
gotta
to
look at.
snake through and
Right,
walk
snake
off and
this.
don't dap
Yeah.
nobody up,
Like ain't
we
nobody gonna
saw it.
see you. Excuse me. Yeah, like
Like
come
we
on.
saw it. Like,
We
oh
saw
my
it,
goodness.
dog.
So those two need to have a podcast. I would tune in just
Oh,
to
I would
see
definitely.
the amount of vitriol that they have for any player that they hate. So shout out
Overwhelming
to
amount of
them.
spewed hate. Yes.
Sure. Now, back in that day, we talking about the 90s here. We talked about real
Go
quick
back.
again, another drama situation with Charles Barkley and
So
Kendrick
much drama.
Perkins. Not very brief,
Mm-hmm.
but basically Kendrick Perkins had some things to say about Charles' ability to analyze the game.
Yeah.
He was saying that Barkley doesn't watch basketball. So saying some of the things that he's saying isn't either factual or accurate or doesn't believe that the analysis is on point. And to which Charles Barkley responds and said that he refuses to listen to a guy who averaged about 5 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
And I have some thoughts about that, Tyson. Do you mind if I share?
Please.
Kendrick Perkins is a former Celtic, right? Let me
I
make
know.
sure that
I
that's
know.
out
I
there and
know.
it's very, very
There's a
clear.
bias. There's a bias. Yes.
Ain't no bias here. Kendrick Perkins don't know anything that he be talking about oftentimes. He just no shaming to people who may have sleep apnea, but his heavy breathing on these these shows is very
I don't know
distracting.
why do they keep the mic so close
Why
to
is
his
it so
mouth?
hot?
Like,
The mic is so hot. Like we can hear his thoughts. So this dude be just groaning like he's enjoying a great sandwich and just breathing heavily all the
that's
time.
hilarious,
And then when he
man.
comes on, he has some metaphor that is in relation to some type of food item.
Yeah,
You
his
know,
metaphor be
five
on
piece and
point
a
though.
biscuit, something, whatever it is, it's
Whatever he
always going
just
to be.
ate. Whatever he just ate.
I think he's entertaining, but he's as entertaining as it was Hollis Jeffries or Nick Wright, where you can take some of these takes in spurts, but nobody takes you seriously.
Not consistent. Yeah.
Don't take him seriously.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is Barkley was right. Nobody really respects what you're saying when you're sitting beside Stephen A. Smith or Michael Wilborn or even my young lady, what's her name, Molly. Nobody really respects Kendrick Perkins' takes. He's just entertainment.
He is
So
entertaining.
Barkley was right when he said, like, if you're talking about me, like, genuinely listening to your criticism from somebody like you, I am going to go the other way. I'm not really taking this
Right,
seriously.
right, right. No, I
What do you
can't think
think,
twice
Tyson?
about it, man. But I mean, all day. I mean, that's what Kendrick Perkins is, man. Like a full blown basketball analysis. You're not gonna go to him for that. And I love how, yo, see, Charles Barkley, man, he be throwing so much shade on these players, man. He's like, how am I going to listen to a player who averaged 5 points?
It's facts.
It is
It's
facts,
facts.
though. At the end of the day, like, but so I can't get down with what Kendrick said. But on the other side, Charles Barkley said something during that segment. He said when he was with on the Shay Shay room, man, Shay Shay Club, interviewing, and he stated that nobody watches basketball more than me. That's it's hard to believe that, Cal, when you
No,
see
I
him
don't believe
up
that.
there on the podium looking
Falling
like, wait,
asleep.
who played today?
Yep.
He had oh yeah, well, oh okay, he played well. What I think about him, like half the time he don't know what's going on. Like
Yeah.
if he like everybody else gotta keep him on point when he's up there talking about the game that just happened or
He
the
talks
previous
about the
games.
player
Like
instead of the game.
right, instead of the actual game and analysis of the game. Like,
Mhm.
if you're really watching this basketball, you would have a much better analysis of the actual game, man. Like,
Hmm.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that
I
at all.
agree. I
Yeah.
agree. He knows the game.
Right.
So he should be a professional person to analyze the game.
Hmm.
But I do think that his takes are basic
Yeah.
with respect to
Kind of
I can
basic.
tell you about the coach, I can tell you about the team in
Hmm.
general, and I can tell you about the players and players' mentality in general. Not a breakdown like
Not
Kenny Smith will go up
right.
to the board and say, look, they continue to exploit this
Right.
position or this defensive scheme. He's more like, I can tell you these broad things, but maybe it's on purpose because inside the NBA needs to be palatable to a large audience. And maybe his role in it is I may know how to do that, but I need also more eyeballs on this show. So let me
I
be
could
basic.
I could see if it was like growth into a certain role over time, but this is how you
Hmm.
started off. Yeah, I mean, this is who Charles Barkley is. And
Always.
he
Okay.
can't hate on Kendrick Perkins too much because at the end of the day, Charles Barkley is more of an entertainer too. I
Yeah.
mean, if you look at a lot of his takes, a lot of his YouTube videos, he's
Wrong.
known for his jokes. You know what I mean?
And
And
wrong.
wrong
In his
analysis, yes.
predictions, the
And his prediction.
guarantee is
Guarantee. Straight
probably
entertainment.
one of his most famous
Right.
things. You're
Right.
always wrong in your predictions. So
Right.
clearly you don't know what you're talking about.
At all. And why are these
You know,
predictions?
predictions wise.
And people generally, when they give predictions, they give a full breakdown why. He doesn't. He's not
Yes.
one of those. He's like,
No.
well, you know what? They got the better player. So yeah,
General,
right.
just
The extra
generic.
general. Yeah, man.
Okay. Quick point of correction. Not Hollis Jeffries. It was Ryan Hollins.
Okay,
There was
bet.
this tall, light-skinned brother who played in the league for a very short period of time, and he had the worst takes of all time. I think even worse than Kendrick Perkins. Now, since we're talking about weight, Zion Williamson
Let's roll
has
over there. Seemingly. Yeah.
seemingly dropped some
Could have been
weight.
just been the shirt.
Could have, if you went all black Tyson, I'm gonna
Everybody looks
constantly
smaller.
look like I lost weight in
Right.
all black. So it doesn't matter. But according to, I believe his stepfather, they said that he's even at a lesser weight than he was when he was even at in college. Was
That
he at
dude.
Duke?
That dude.
So
Yeah.
he said he's even coming in smaller than that. So
Hey.
I'm impressed with if true. What do you think, Tyson?
Oh, I think it's great, man. He just had to lay off the gumbo and the jambalaya a little bit.
It's tough.
I know it's tough, man. Those shrimp boils now that they be going to, man, it's tough. But like Carmelo Anthony stated, man, it's all about maintaining. Yeah, you come into the season like that. Well, kudos to you for where you are. But can you consistently do that throughout the season while you're traveling? Like you pretty much in one spot, man. Like while you're traveling, while you're out going from city to city, man, while you're on the road, like are you able to maintain that weight? Are you going to continually eat right? Are you going to continually stay on the plan that you and the regimen that you're on right now? So we'll see if he maintains, man. Because if he
Okay.
does maintain, like real talk out, as dominant as he was last year, I think he can be in the race for MVP.
Sure,
Most definitely.
sure. Now, he, I don't need him to be a Brandon Roy. I don't need him to be a Derrick Rose.
Mm,
I need him to stop getting injured because it's a wash, rinse, and repeat situation for
it
me.
is.
I'm tired of seeing this. It's
Mhm.
like Ben Simmons in the summer that hits a 3-pointer. Oh, he back, y'all. And when Derrick Rose injured
Look who
himself,
got it, James.
and the first time he injured himself, this is when he did that uh jump
Oh yeah,
hop step,
yeah.
injured his knee,
Don't remind me. It's
out.
terrible.
Man, it was tough. But you remember that Adidas commercial
Yeah,
when he's leg pressing and pumping weights, and you could hear after each leg press, like people are perking up because they hear him panting to say, "Oh, he's back. Oh, he's back." That was
yeah,
the Adidas commercial. I never forgot it because I
yeah.
was like, "Oh, he's back, y'all." It's going to be lights out and a nightmare for the league. Then nothing happens after that.
Nothing
He gets
happened.
injured again, injured again,
Right.
injured again.
Yes.
This is Zion Williamson's
It's a cycle.
legacy so far.
Yeah.
You gain weight, then you wear a black shirt, and then and then when we see you in the actual game, we be like,
Right.
what did you really lose? Because
Right.
it didn't look like you lost
At
anything.
all, man. And it's tough,
Then
man.
you get a nice 20 game stretch of being dominant. Then you get
Right.
injured again. Then we go through this process. I am
Over and
tired of the
over.
cycle. I love Zion Williamson. I genuinely
Absolute
was rooting for
beast.
this dude. I said, this is the guy y'all need to watch out for.
Love to see
This
him work.
is going to
Yeah.
be the problem. So I need him to stay consistent. I need him to stay healthy. I
Hmm.
know that they were even working on his walking gait, his landing gait, to where
Yeah.
when you land, don't injure yourself. When you run a
Right.
certain way.
Right. So
None
it's
of
not
that
too
has
enough for your
happened.
knees. Right.
No,
Right.
it's frustrating
It
because
is,
I
man.
I really like him as a player.
I genuinely love watching his game, man. Genuinely love it, man. I think at the end of the day, man, like you said, it's about staying consistent because we he been doing this in 2019.
He
Zion he
has.
going into his fifth year, man. His
It's
fifth year.
ridiculous.
And
It's
I
ridiculous.
just saw a stat last year. He had a career high 70 games. He played 70 games
Mhm.
in 5 years.
That's crazy.
Come on, man. You
We used to
getting
say that
injured
about
every
Anthony
year?
Davis.
Yeah, bro. And he been in the game for a minute. That's tough, man. That's tough.
Well, I am going to be optimistic and say kudos to Zion for losing this weight.
Yeah.
I hope that you stay off, keep it off, stay healthy,
Yeah.
and really show the league what you're really there for.
Mhm.
Because you have that potential, like Tyson said. You
Yeah.
can be an MVP in this league,
Most
period.
dominant. Absolutely
Now we're
dominant.
talking about our full NBA season that is coming up October 22nd.
Here we go.
Football starts. We starting with some great games, of
Oh
course.
yeah.
The champions are going to play the New York Knicks that are
How you feel about that
revamped.
game?
We're going
Yeah,
to
yeah.
talk about Knicks all day to lose,
I was about to
Celtics
say.
all day to win. So Celtics all day. What we talking about? Then of
Too bad.
course Minnesota Timberwolves playing the Los Angeles Lakers.
Be a good
I got the Timberwolves in that. Anthony Edwards still again coming off of another Olympic run.
Yeah.
I think that he's going to be in more of a mid-season shape than most people because of that.
Right.
And then, of course, it goes down the list. We're not going to go through that, but that's tip off on Tuesday, October
Hmm.
22nd. Now, as far as the schedule is concerned, there were some talks about the difficulty of schedule. They have claimed that the Celtics may not have the most difficult schedule, but they're basing it on the ability to win, which means you just have a better team. So yes, other schedules
Basically.
may not be
Right.
as challenging because we're just the better team.
Pretty much.
But people have been looking at that. Don't care because I
Yeah, they
think
trying
they
to hate
made
off the
that.
break, man. That's
No, they hate from the
just like
start. The gun ain't
yours
even
playoff
gone
run.
off.
Just like your
Yeah,
playoff run. Come on,
it's
man.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous. We doing 16-3 over here, and y'all still upset. So, point is, This season is going to be very, very interesting because there have been a lot of different moves this off season that
Yes,
I do
sir.
think will have some level of impact. I did want to actually start with the super team
Mm,
of the Philadelphia
they coming.
76ers acquisition. Paul George is over there.
Yeah.
Who else they got?
Caleb Martin, that's a great
Caleb
pickup because he's a creator all day. Then you
when
got
he plays.
when he plays, you got Andre Drummond, man, who can come in for Joel Embiid, man. Give him some rest, get some boards
Mhm,
and some good defense too, man. Eric
mhm.
Gordon, who's gonna open up the lane for you because you gotta still worry about his shot. And
Okay.
Reggie Jackson, he's not coming off the greatest season, but he could still be a playmaker, point guard,
Okay.
bench. You know what I mean? So, man, yeah.
Do you feel like there's a lot to look forward to for the Sixers team?
They got depth. They got a
Okay.
lot of
Mhm.
depth. Now, I think, man, I'll be honest, man. I think Paul Paul George is a great player. I've always liked Paul George's game, but especially watching him on these podcasts, and it's good to think highly of himself, but he thinks he's right up there with all all the star
The
players in
superstars.
the league, superstars in the
Yeah.
league. And I haven't seen him lead a team since Pacers
I haven't seen him lead a team yet.
yet. Well, even with the Pacers, yeah. They're like, what have you really done, man? Like, yo, like I'm not seeing it, bro. Like, even the money that they gave him, like Paul George is a great pickup player, but yo, Joel Embiid is still the superstar. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like when you need some buckets, when you need the go-to, he's that guy. So I mean, Paul George is a good player, really good player. But yeah, you can't rely on him as being the star of the squad. To
Hmm.
lead your team to where they need to be. You know what I mean? Making the right plays at the right time. No, not at
Yeah.
all.
We always talk about when we talk about sports, I'm not talking about, red pill, blue pill podcast people when it talks about alphas. I'm
Yeah,
talking about sports. When you're talking
right.
about like alpha males, as far as the leader of the team, Paul George is never in that conversation. Paul George
That
will
guy.
always be second.
Hmm.
He will take orders from whoever's considered the alpha on the team.
Right.
No disrespect, because everybody can't be a leader. Joel Embiid is going to be that leader.
Right.
Then it's going to be Tyrese Maxey.
Right.
Then it's going to be Paul George.
Then, right. So you you pretty much the third.
You
Like,
just
yo,
play. You a
right,
role
right, real talk.
player.
Yo, so did you hear he was on this podcast, man, and this dude was talking about the negotiations between him and the Clippers, coming back on and
Yeah,
getting the right amount of money.
money.
And
Yep.
they told him that he knew what Kawhi was making. He was like, yo, just give me that. And I was, and he was serious.
He
Like,
was dead serious.
dude, like, I don't understand. Like, give me Kawhi's money. Like, bro, you could like nobody is coming at you like Kawhi. Like nobody, if anybody picks up Kawhi, they're picking him up to lead the squad to a championship.
Mhm.
When Kawhi is healthy, he's deadly. We know that. If
Yep.
Kawhi was healthy last season, yo, they would have been a problem. They would have been a real problem. This dude
Hmm.
said, "Give me Kawhi's money." Like you on the same level. Like, nah, bro, that ain't you, dog.
It's not him. And he literally said, this was the reason that, I just ended up going. So it was about the
Dog.
money you think that you deserve when we haven't seen you earn it.
When does he
I'm
prove that
not
he
saying
earned it, Kyle?
he's not a terrible player. He's a really good player. But you haven't done anything
What's
to
he
get
done?
Kawhi money.
What's
You
he done?
just just match that and we good. Because I
Right.
feel like I've earned. No,
Yo, I
brother.
want to. I
This experiment in Los Angeles Clipper County
yo
was a failure.
complete failure, bro.
It was a failure. Like, what are we talking about?
It would have been
It was a
tough, man.
complete failure.
No,
They
I
made
would have
it
loved.
best coach, deep
Yes,
squad.
yes,
I mean,
yes.
deep. Wasn't Westbrook even on that team at one point?
Westbrook, Harden,
Harden.
Kawhi. But that's what I keep telling people. This is what happens when you put superstars together, or
Yeah,
people
Ty
who
Lue at the
think,
coach.
people who think they superstars. That's probably one of the issues right there with these big egos. I would have loved to been, the GM or owner, whoever he was talking to at the time, where he said, "Just give me that." like,
Oh, you're
like,
serious? Like that's how
oh, oh, you. They probably
I
laughed. They
didn't
probably laughed like you
I
did,
didn't know
and
you were
I think
serious.
that's what made him leave. When they laughed, they're like, "Oh yeah, oh, oh, you really want that? Oh, okay, all right.
We
Yeah,
can't
this
do that.
is nah, bro. That ain't
We
it,
can't
dog.
do that.
That ain't it, dog.
And it ain't, and it hasn't been. And I don't know what he signed for with the Philadelphia 76ers. They
He
may
got
have a
paid.
lot more cap space and they can
Yeah,
do a lot of different things. But I don't think that it's going to equate into a championship this year. I just don't. They have great players in Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, Paul George.
hmm
That's it. Eric Gordon, Andre Drummond, and Reggie Jackson are at the end of their career.
hmm
They are 3 years removed from either
yeah,
being complete journeymen or
yeah,
retiring.
yeah. That's
Wanted
true.
Andre Drummond on my team when he was in his prime. I People can quote me on that. I've said that so
Yeah,
many times. This
yes.
dude was a walking double double. Literally could get you 18 and 18 rebounds.
All day,
Hands down, one of the best when it comes
all
to
day.
rebounding in that
Yeah.
team on the league for a good stint. He's not that anymore.
Mm-mm.
He's put on weight. He's gotten slower. He's giving me Kendrick Perkins vibes, where I don't think he's as agile. I'm not no disrespect to KP, but he's
Oh,
not as
not that bad,
agile.
dog.
He's not hooping like he used to.
That's
Eric
terrible.
Gordon he's on his PJ Tucker tour
Yeah.
where he's going if his shot is dropping, let me back up. Take that back 100%. I take that back because I'm reminded of how good he was
Yeah.
because the Bahamian team, because he represents the Bahamas. I'm from the Bahamas. The Bahamian team with Klay Thompson, Buddy Hield, Eric Gordon, and some local players. Eric Gordon was hooping.
He
So I
was
have to
balling.
genuinely I'm recanting that statement. He's not on
Mhm.
his PJ Tucker tour.
I bet.
My apologies.
Bet that.
That's on me. So we'll exclude him from this conversation. But I'm gonna hit that Reggie
Right.
Jackson real
Right.
quick.
All day. All day.
We
Yes.
good.
Nah, we
We
straight. We
good.
all to the good.
I am not concerned about Reggie Jackson and his
I
ability to
think
make
nobody's
any
been for a
impact.
while. Yeah.
I'm totally
Right.
fine.
Unless he has
Folks,
DeAndre or Jordan with him, he's not making too many impact plays, bro. He's not that
good.
guy no more. And
I'm
yo,
good.
the biggest issue, man, for the Sixers is going to be just like Zion.
Hmm.
Embiid staying healthy.
Healthy.
He needs to lose some weight too. I mean, he
He
was
does.
lumbering in the Olympics. I
Olympics,
mean,
yep.
he did not look good whatsoever, man. He needs to lose some weight, man. He just got to stay healthy. But I think,
Yeah.
man, with the addition of Paul George, it might take some of the slack off of him. It's not going
Yes.
to be all on Maxey and him, and Paul George can make up for that. Even Caleb Martin coming off the bench could add some serious value. So I think they got a squad, man. I
They got
think
a squad.
Eagles are gonna may come into play. Like Paul George is still on this superstar mentality, bro. Like it might be an issue, man, with Maxey and Embiid out there, but hopefully, it calms down a little bit, man, and lets him gel. Because this dude, I didn't realize you're supposed to think you're the best, Kyle. You're
Yes.
supposed when you're on the court, you're supposed to, but
Mhm.
to be like, let me get the superstars money.
Let me
The
get that.
leader of this squad's
Let me
money.
get that.
The whole team is built around. Let me get that money. That's when it becomes a problem, bro.
It is. I'm not gonna ever let Paul George live down his Gatorade commercial when he hit it at the buzzer all game. Never gonna let him live that down because I ain't seen him hit a buzzer beater since that
He ain't done
commercial.
it since.
I ain't seen it before the commercial, and certainly haven't seen it the commercial. So he
We
will
gotta put that
forever be
commercial up. We gotta
the
put that
playoff
commercial up, bro.
Gatorade P ball
Ball
game.
game.
Like I'm not gonna let you live that down.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah,
enough about the Sixers.
yeah,
They're gonna be a top three seed in the East as they usually are,
yeah.
but they're gonna run into some challenges, whether it's the Milwaukee Bucks or the Boston Celtics or any other team. The Cleveland Cavaliers, don't sleep on them. So
That's true.
good for them.
Yeah.
They did well in the
Mm-hmm.
offseason with the acquisitions, but we'll see what
They did their
plays out on
thing.
the court. Now, I want to take it to the East real quick. We got the Thunder. We got the
You talking
Nuggets.
about
They've
the West?
acquired Russell
Oh,
West. Oh, sorry, West. My
okay.
apologies. The Thunder. You got Denver
Yeah.
Nuggets. They
Yes,
have
sir.
acquired Russell Westbrook.
Mm-hmm.
There was rumors, which it claims to be false, that Westbrook did actually ask for his
Right.
jersey number from Christian Braun.
Mm-hmm.
Christian Braun did not. That's apparently not true.
Right.
Westbrook said that was completely false, so we're not even
Mm-hmm.
touching on that. And then we have the Dallas Mavericks. Who did the Mavs acquire? I feel like they got somebody. Who
They
was
got
it?
what you mean, Klay Thompson? Bruh.
Ah,
God.
it's been a
God.
while,
My
Tyson.
boy.
And you
No,
are
my
a
boy
Warriors fan.
Klay.
It's
Oh
been a
man, that's
while. I
tough.
haven't
I know.
been focused. So yes, Dallas Mavericks acquiring Clay Thompson. Didn't the Thunder get somebody too? It was a good person too.
The Thunder got. Oh yeah, they got my boy Caruso from the Bulls.
Caruso.
They taking all my peoples. They
Yeah.
taking
The
everybody,
Bulls and
Kyle.
Warriors, everybody going
Oh man.
to the West.
Everybody getting
Golly, man.
snatched up, man. Everybody getting snatched up. It's tough. But that's gonna be a problem. Like they were already defensive monsters,
Yes.
but they were just young. But they were still, they still played, bro, with with like an experienced
Yes.
mentality. It was
Yes.
amazing to see.
Yes.
It was amazing to see. And now you just add even more defensive depth. They going they're gonna be a problem. Like, bro, they were a shot away from literally a shot away, bro, from
Yep.
going to the what
Was
Western
it the
Conference Finals.
finals?
Western
Yeah.
Conference Finals. Yeah.
WCF, not
Yeah.
finals, obviously.
So, man, they're going to be a problem, man. Like they're just going to keep improving. They're just going to keep it. And yo, the Thunder, they can. I think, bro, they learned their lesson before with
Mhm.
KD, with
Harden,
Harden
Ibaka,
and
Westbrook.
Westbrook. They learned their lesson, bro. They learned their
Yeah.
lesson. They're not touching this squad.
Please don't.
They're not touching this squad
Please don't.
because this squad has the
Um,
potential to be a dynasty, bro.
Holgram,
What?
SGA.
Come
Now
on,
you got,
man.
Caruso over here teaming up with Dort.
They're gonna be a
Like, come
problem,
on
man.
now.
I said
They're gonna
that
be a
last. They're
problem.
gonna be a problem.
Do you think, the switching gears real quick, the Nuggets acquisition of Russell Westbrook was a good pickup?
Man, look, man, I haven't been an advocate of Westbrook for a little while, man, just because of his basketball IQ. He is one of the most tenacious people on the court. He will give you his absolute all with running, man, grabbing rebounds, hustling. Like his energy is off the chain out there. You got to
Right.
give it to him. He will give his all. But when making plays, making decisions, especially as a point guard, he has one of the lowest IQs out there, man. I mean, it shows in his turnovers, it showed in late game situations. Like, I don't see, like, even when the Lakers picked him up, I was like, what are y'all? Like, y'all just played the season before where y'all didn't even guard him. You left him hanging on the 3-point line. Like, I didn't understand that at all. But man, if they're looking for that energy, especially coming off their bench and all that, that's cool. Is he gonna make a big impact? It's not gonna be a big impact, man. So
Okay. All
yeah,
right. I agree. Ain't nothing to
yeah,
talk about there.
yeah.
I'm not a, I love Westbrook's tenacity, his passion for the
You
game.
gotta respect it.
His energy level is unmatched.
There it
His
is.
ferocity, he has that Mamba mentality.
Mhm.
Um, but it hasn't translated,
Right.
unfortunately, into wins or
Where's it
better
going?
decisions
Right.
where, you have what is his career low in turnovers? He hasn't gotten back to that level.
Mhm.
He's continuing to get benched. Unfortunately, he's no longer a starter in the league. He should be on certain teams. I guarantee he could be a starter in this league, but I don't know who those teams are right now. But
Me
I'm
neither.
gonna find about three good ones. The Pistons, always gonna be the
The
Pistons.
Rockets.
The Rockets. He wasn't he a Rocket before?
He was. He was. Maybe time to go
He like
back.
he was a Rocket.
No, he
Yeah.
was. He played with Harden.
Um.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Man, you've been around the league, yo.
He's been around, bro. But what
So
does
I,
that
I
tell
just
you? What does that tell
it
you?
it well, let's look at some other journeyman. That's gonna be a conversation at another point.
Uh,
We're gonna add that to the topic list.
that.
The best journeyman in the NBA, because Jamal Crawford was a journeyman, you know.
Yeah.
I think Jeff Green would be considered a journeyman. Shaquille O'Neal was a journeyman
Yeah.
after a while.
Yeah.
And we got some others. So let's we gonna take that and we're gonna table that for a later date. And of course, we said the Dallas Mavericks. The addition of Klay Thompson makes
Mm.
him a threat
Yeah,
from the
man.
outside even more than ever.
Almost definitely.
Um, and he plugs into that organization
Perfect.
pretty well.
Perfect. That's all they
Pretty
were looking
well.
for last time was somebody to be able to
Somebody to
shoot
knock
on
it
the
down
outside because you
consistently.
could.
You can't rely
Right.
on DJ, Derek Jones Jr., or
PJ Washington, who became
PJ Washington. No,
who's never known
no,
as a three-point shooter. Like, yeah,
no, no. You can't rely
right,
on
you
that.
can't really.
So
That's tough, man.
Hardaway, didn't Hardaway get traded? Hardaway
He
Jr.
did. He did. Yep.
Who he going
Yeah.
to?
Where did he
I don't
go?
know, but I
Uh,
know he got traded, and
uh,
everyone called that. I remember
oh
Stephen
yeah,
A.
yeah.
Smith
It
was
was.
like, "All
He
respect
saw
due
that
to
coming.
that brother, but
Yo,
you better be doing well in the off season because
yo,
I don't see you coming back."
yo. This was his time to shine, Cal.
It really was
This
Vegas of
because they had
lights,
nobody shooting. Nobody was shooting it
but
like
they
that.
weren't putting them
This
in the
was
game
his.
either, though. To be
But,
fair,
but they started to, and then when they
they started
did,
to. They started to. They
he
did,
didn't even show up. So
and it doesn't
that was
matter
his
who.
opportunity.
It don't matter who was there anyway. They're just gonna lose. Now, did you
Yeah.
see that the Celtics picked up Lonnie Walker the fourth?
Yes, for a year. Yeah. How you feel?
I don't know how we keep doing this, Tyson.
How you
I know
feel?
people that hate us, and Brad Stevens gives them reasons for people to hate us. How? How did we just acquire Lonnie Walker on like the cheapest of contracts, looking
Of
like a
con
10-day? It feels
looking
like
like a
I'm being
veteran
hyperbolic, but
minimum. Yeah.
what? Oh my
I
goodness.
keep
Like
doing it, man.
we are ridiculous when it comes to acquiring players. We
Dollar beats
extended
with it.
everyone else and we still picked up somebody who is super athletic.
Oh yeah, most
He can
definitely.
actually shoot
And he could
well.
guard. And he could
He
guard well.
can no, he ain't no guard.
He's a
He
decent
can't
guard.
guard. No, I don't think
He's a
he can
decent
guard.
guard.
I don't think.
He can't
Mm-mm.
shoot for real. He
He gives me a quote unquote lesser version of PJ Washington.
mm,
But just a
yeah.
better shot, but took a hit when it came to defense. I don't think that dude could guard. I really don't.
Yeah.
But
He's a
we're
good
gonna
spark
find
off the
them.
bench though. He's a good spark off the
Huge.
bench. Yeah,
He's
yeah,
come on. With our squad off the bench and he come into the game,
yeah.
stop it.
Yes,
Stop
sir.
it.
Yes, sir. I'm with
So
it.
I'm excited to see what that looks like. Look, we we can't before we close out, we're gonna talk about the Knicks real quick. But the league looks
Mm.
like it's settling into a good place again
It is,
with
especially coming off the
Wemby.
Olympic run. Yeah,
Right, Wemby
yeah,
off the Olympics.
yeah.
We got Olympic Wemby coming back with a
Hmm.
Chris Paul vet
Hmm.
under Coach Pop.
It's gonna be
They ain't
kind of
gonna make
nasty.
no noise, but
Yeah,
man, it's gonna be fun to watch.
it is. It
Like,
is.
come on, like, dude, it's gonna be a good season.
It
I
is.
ain't never seen a season creep up on me as quickly as this season. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
You know the only thing, man, I'm not I'm not excited about, man, is the Warriors have done nothing to improve. They're not
You are
taking advantage
absolutely
of this
correct.
time that
You're
Curry
absolutely
is
correct.
shining. Like Curry has a great 2 years left, a
Yes,
great 2 years left,
that's
and they're
facts.
not maximizing on it whatsoever. Hopefully, they do something soon, but they should have threw everything they could to get marketing. Somebody they talking about
I
still
told
doing
you they
something,
weren't gonna get that,
but
brother.
man, they got to do
Who they
something,
got?
man. Not
Slow
because
mo
who, but think about it.
and Buddy
The
Heels.
the most you can ask for, the most you can ask for is ninth place play in right now, as they're
That's
currently constructed.
sad. That's sad.
As they're currently constructed, it's
You're
terrible.
right. You're right. That's
Unless
sad.
Buddy Hill just go berserk, which
It's
he
not gonna
hasn't
be
proven
the
he's gonna do.
case.
Like, come
No.
on, man, what are we looking at? Like, I do not under like if I if I was Steph Curry, bro, I'd be in the GM's office every day, like,
What we doing?
so what's up? What's up? Because I'm not excited about this season at all. What's up?
No,
I'm not like
no.
y'all gotta do something, bro. Like, unless Draymond got a new bag I ain't know about. Like,
Only a Louis V, because ain't
right,
nothing else coming out. Not no basketball
right.
game.
Come on, man.
And he getting old too. I know he got about 2 years left before he retired, just go into podcasting.
Yeah,
So,
man.
well, either way, I do hope that something happens for y'all. I don't see it, but
No.
maybe something on the horizon. Let me ask you this real quick. If Stephen Curry leaves, would you still be a Warriors fan?
I will follow Steph Curry.
That's how I feel.
I
Like
mean, I'm
that's
a
the heart
Bulls
and
fan
soul.
and I'm a
Right.
Steph Curry fan.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
That's how I would feel too. Like there's no reason for me to
who
still be caring about
who
what Draymond and
I'm a,
Steve Kerr.
I'm
We good?
a, I'm gonna watch
I'm good.
Draymond highlights. What are we doing?
With the fake
Yeah.
pass, with the fake pass off and
Right.
dive
That's
to the
all.
basket.
And missing the layup.
Yeah, I'm good. We good on that. But anyway, real quick, we just gonna talk about the Knicks again. We did talk about the Villanova team just
Yeah,
basically
missing
coming
them boys.
together
Yeah, man.
with Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson, and was it Mark? Not Markkinen. DiVincenzo, was he from
Yeah,
Villanova?
David James. Yep. Yep.
Okay. Okay. So either way, I think that they're going to do really well. I remember that
I think so
conversation
too.
we had some
Yeah.
episodes back where you were like, you're gonna
Mm.
forget about the fact that they still got my
Yeah.
man's OG Anunoby and
They
Julius
got a whole
Randle.
squad.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I
Hey,
forgot about these dudes. They stacked, man.
ain't gonna be a problem, man. Like
They
y'all gonna see it.
stacked.
Y'all play on first game. Y'all about to see. Y'all about to see what's up, man.
If KP is healthy, we should be able to just smoke them real quick because
Man,
they ain't know nothing about this.
bro, they gonna
But
come in with a new level of confidence, Kyle.
I just don't want to
I'm
see them
trying
in
to
the
tell them.
playoffs. That's what I'm concerned
No,
about. I don't want to
no.
see them in the playoffs. Under Tom
Mm,
Thibodeau, I don't want to see
you don't
that.
want to see that, bro.
See
Nah,
that at all.
they gonna take
An
us with
uninjured, a
Greek.
healthy Knicks team, I
Mm-mm.
don't want to see
You see
that.
what they did, man, last season. They
Yeah,
barely had a starting five. They
they
were
sure
struggling.
did.
People were
They sure
limping out
did.
onto that court,
We
man.
were Googling
Bruh,
people at this on the episode, like, who
who is
is
this
this dude? Who's
16th
this
man off the
John Doe?
bench? It's the
Said
man
he picked
who
him
was
up at Target and he
straight
just said
up.
he wanted to hoop and he out here
The
giving them buckets.
water boy was on the court for a
So
second,
yeah,
man.
so I feel like there's gonna be a problem if they're
Yeah,
healthy. We're gonna see what tip off looks like. Again really good. The future of the NBA looks great,
it does.
especially if they ever considers. Please, Adam Silver, listen to our please. Get some FIBA rules in there somehow, some way. We can keep goaltending, but get the foul calls differently.
Get that out of
Like,
here.
don't let them pack the paint,
Get
but
that out
get
of
these
here.
foul
Get
calls
that out of
down.
here, bro.
Let people be able to hand check a little bit. Like, come on. That
Because it
Olympics spoiled us.
all day.
Well, look what we were. The Olympics spoiled us, Tyson. We were like, man, I ain't seen this type of
Bro,
physicality in forever.
I'm telling you, bro, it just like I said, it renewed our passion again, man. It's like,
It
yo, this
really
is
did.
what real basketball looks like. Because we've been we've been looking at some watered down basketball. And
That's
yo, I'm
facts.
telling you, these USA players, bro, they got a quick
Hmm.
awakening. They got a
Yep.
quick awakening when they trying to draw fouls and flop. People
Hmm.
just look at them, refs
Yep.
and players, just like, what you
Yep.
doing?
It's like, just get up. Like,
Get up,
we
bro.
don't
This
no
ain't
complaint. It's just
basketball.
like, I need that. We need that. I'm praying that that happens because
Mhm.
this league is too talented to have it just slowed down by whistles. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing what this upcoming season looks like, and it's quickly quickly approaching.
Mhm.
Just basically a little over, I mean, a little under a couple months, and we're back to it. So
Yeah.
we are going to have some other conversations, of course, that we've discussed earlier, and some other things that we haven't discussed in our next episode. But that'll do it for us here at the Clutch Buckets Podcast. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Please
My name
do.
is Kyle Spence,
And I'm Josh Tyson.
and we out.
We up
Peace.
out of here. The next time, y'all.